How's it going, everybody? It's James bringing y'all another A1 Edge Finder video. Today is Monday, August 15th, and we're going to be taking a look at the Smart Money Tracker. So let's go ahead and get right into that. So if you are new to these types of videos or new to trading in general, I'm going to give you a brief explanation of kind of what we're looking at here. So what we're looking at is different currencies that we have listed inside of our Edge Finder software, and this is showing the open non-commercial contracts from the institutional traders. So we're looking at COT data, or institutional trader data, which is like the bigger trading firms, not the everyday day trader, but the big money players. This is what they are buying and selling. So we can see here short and long. Short means sell, long means buy, and you can see the number, non-commercial number. That is the non-commercial number of contracts open for each of these. That gives us the percentage that we're looking at. So for example, the euro sits at 53.97% short with 234,624 non-commercial contracts, and 46.03% long with 200,088 non-commercial open contracts. So that's what we're looking at. We're going to go ahead and take a look at each of these currencies to see their long and short position, to see what institutional traders are buying and selling. So let's go ahead and move right along. We'll continue on with our risk on section here. Risk on is all of these that fall under this category right here. So we have the SPX 500 with a 67.49% short and a 32.51% long. The NASDAQ 100 has a 58.31% long and a 41.69% short. The pound, 64.49% short and 35.51% long. Aussie dollar, 76.45% short compared to 23.55% long. Now let's look at our metals. Here we have gold at 70.83% long and 29.17% short. We have silver and platinum here, but we're going to go ahead and look at US oil. So oil sits at 72.62% long and 27.38% short. And our risk off section here includes the yen, US dollar, and Swiss franc. We have 59.65% short for the yen and 40.35% long. The US dollar, 80.74% long and 19.26% short. And lastly, the Swiss franc, 68.08% short and 31.92% long. So that shows you what institutional traders are buying and selling. We can also look up here at our top 5 buys and sells. So our top 5 buys listed right now are the US dollar, US oil, gold, NASDAQ 100, and silver. And we're getting those numbers because these are the highest percentage-wise. If you're wondering why a box like US oil is so much bigger than a box like the US dollar, even though the dollar has a higher percentage than oil, that is because of the size of the box correlates to the number of contracts open. So we can see here, oil on the long side has 338,172 non-commercial contracts, while the US dollar only has 50,738. That is why this box is so much larger than this box. And we can look at our top 5 sells as well. We have the Aussie dollar, Swiss franc, SPX 500, the pound, and the yen. And those are our top 5 highest shorts, or top 5 highest on the sell side. Now, that's not all we can do with this information. If you're interested in trading risk on or risk off currencies as a whole, remember these are all of our risk on currencies here, and these are our 3 risk off here. Right now, we're doing a major discount on our private trading Discord. Inside of the group, our analysts share their trade signals with a full breakdown of entries, exits, and the reasoning behind their trade. Additionally, you'll be able to chat with other A1 Trading members, and you'll be supporting our content. In order to take advantage of this significant discount, use code A1YT when checking out with the link in the description below. We look forward to seeing you inside of the group. We can look at the categories as a whole. So our risk on, again, here is the Euro SPX 500, NASDAQ 100, the pound, the Aussie dollar, and the New Zealand dollar down here, which is not being broken up at the moment, but why don't we go ahead and take a look at that anyway. So New Zealand dollar right here. This is another feature that is available in the Smart Money Tracker feature. If there's something that you really just want to narrow in on and get a more in-depth breakdown on, you can click on that pair and it'll break it up for you here. So we can actually see that the New Zealand dollar has a 50.38% short compared to a 49.62% long. So there's our box for the New Zealand dollar. You can click on that to get rid of it. So again, risk on is Euro SPX, NASDAQ, pound, Aussie dollar, and New Zealand dollar all combined. That's our risk on section. So all of those contracts, all these numbers that you see here combined give us a total of 965,699 with a total of 405,527 of those being long, for an overall long percentage of 41.99. Now oil is just oil, so these long and short numbers aren't going to change at all, but we can see that the total number of contracts open on oil right now is 465,693, and again 72.62% long. That's the same that we see down here. Metals, we have gold, silver, and platinum in our metal section. Total number of contracts open 472. With 319,524 of them being long, so overall 64.88% long for the metals. And our risk off section are three down here: the yen, the dollar, and the Swiss franc. We have a total number of 219,589 with 111,706 of those contracts being long, so overall just 50.87% long on the risk off section. So we took a look at our totals, we took a look at our top 5 buys and top 5 sells, as well as the long and shorts for all of these currencies down here. Keep in mind, we actually have all of the currencies listed in this little chart right here, even the ones that aren't listed as boxes here. We can see the number of long and short contracts open on all of these. So we can see, for example, like the US 10Y has 509,000 long contracts and 1,091,105 short contracts. Same for like ZAR or the Canadian dollar, which we don't have listed down here. We can see Canadian dollar 95,240 long contracts compared to 53,740 short contracts. And again, if there was anything that you ever really wanted to just narrow in on and get a more in-depth look at, let's say like the US dollar, click on that. It'll give you the boxes down here in a bigger format so you can see, and just kind of highlight all of this so that it makes it very obvious what's going on with the US dollar COT data wise. So that's going to be our look at the Smart Money Tracker for today. I'm going to go ahead and show you the home page just to show you a couple other features that the Edge Finder has to offer. We have our top 5 buys and top 5 sells according to the metrics that the software scores. We can see all of these numbers here are different metrics or categories that we take into consideration when scoring all of these currency pairs in our software to give it an overall score and a sell or buy bias. So we see we have a couple strong sells here today and a couple strong buys up top over there as well. We also have our strongest trends list right here. All of these are either 2s or negative 2s, so these are trending strongly in one direction or the other. Our COT data here is what we just looked at. Retail sentiment is kind of like the opposite of COT data, where COT data is the institutional traders, the big money guys. Retail sentiment is more so the everyday day traders. So if you trade occasionally, or even if you consider yourself a day trader, but you just kind of manage your own money, that would be retail sentiment. So we can see stuff like the pound Swiss franc pair here is at an overall 96% long. Same with Canadian dollar Swiss franc, 90% long. So those are two strong buys according to retail traders. We also have our currency strength chart here. Just lots of interesting information to take a look at, including the indices strength chart here as well. And the homepage just kind of gives you a brief overlook of all the features that we have to offer. I mean, we have our score chart summary, price forecast, market heat map, fundamental analysis, has lots of information here if you want to go more in depth into that. So if you're interested in getting the software, you can do so by clicking the link in the description. That will take you to a page where you can chat with one of our team members and get access to the software for yourself. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you have a great rest of the day, and we will see you next time.